And we want also, in the end of this webinar, because we want to thank you all for joining us, we're going to have the Smart Try event. All right, so today we're going to have our technical specialists. So if you have any questions, just leave your question in the comments in the chat box, okay? So just want to make sure everybody can hear me. So if you can hear me, please type 1 in the chat box. So I know because, I'm in China, so that's going to be about 16,000 kilometers away from each other. So if the internet have a jet lag, that's going to be a big jet lag. So if you can hear me, please press 1. Okay, so yeah, all good. That's nice. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Nice. Okay, so let's kick off. So let me quickly share my presentation. Okay, so just make sure everybody can hear my screen. All right, so you can see there is an image with the gray and blue. That means you got it. Okay, so today we will talk about the industry thermography solution. All right, so I just want to make sure that industrial thermographic solution is not the same as the one we talked about earlier in the past few months. We talked about the temperature screening solutions that's specifically for our human bodies. But the industry thermal cameras, they're specifically for the machines. So we can make them, we can just put them in most of the plants in those factories, or even in some business area if you have the needs for those thermography solution. All right, so before we talk about the device, we want to quickly talk about the content we're gonna go through today. So the first thing we're gonna talk about the marketing analysis. That won't be too long, okay? So we just want to quickly talk about the market. Then we're going to talk about the thermal principle. Just want to make sure everybody are in the same page. We know what is thermal, because there were so many times people ask me this question. They said, hey, Hunter, I have a question. Is the thermal camera bad for your body? Because my wife, she's pregnant, so is that camera is going to hurt her body? Well, we're gonna solve your problem today. No, it's not gonna hurt your body. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the thermal principle. Then we will quickly talk about application scenarios. So where and which kind of scenarios that you can use those thermal cameras. All right, then we will quickly talk about the product recommendations, because we don't have many thermographic cameras, so we want to promote you the best choices today. All right, then we will talk about the competitions between our cameras, maybe then mostly successful cases we've done in our thermal cameras. All right, let's do it. So firstly, I want to quickly talk about the market analysis. Okay, so the first thing, thermography market and size and share, okay? Then second thing is we're gonna talk about the South Africa, okay? Good, so this is the first thing, thermographic market size and shares. So firstly, let's look at this pie chart. So just don't worry about those numbers, they're too small, but look at this pie chart, okay? So the pie chart means the market share about thermography cameras. Okay, we can see the biggest slice is for FLIR, 53%. And what about Hikvision? Hikvision is in others. Yes, we're in others, don't worry. Hikvision started from others in another pie chart, in the CCTV pie chart. Hikvision start from that others 15 years ago. And then now Hikvision is like the FLIR in CCTVs. So we have full confidence that in a couple of years later, they're gonna change this FLIAR to HIKVISON. Okay, so we're gonna change that to Hikvision. We have no doubts. Okay, so we start from here, but we're gonna get to here. Okay, so this is our strategy. All right, and for the thermal market, okay, so among those, so the predictive detection, predictive maintenance, all right, will be 363 million in 2022. So what is the predictive maintenance? Okay, so that is the job the thermographic camera is gonna do. We're gonna talk about that later. All right, so this is just gonna be a brief view about this market, okay? Right, so how to do the PDM? So the PDM is, again, I mentioned earlier, it's the predictive maintenance. We will use our device to do the maintenance to predict so what might happen in the plant or in the factory. So you guys can see those are the thermal cameras. So it's like thermal gun. So we're looking at the temperatures. So this is like a circuit, the electricity box. So usually the temperature is a key factor that shows how healthy the box is. So we know if the temperature goes up, we have to be careful, right? So those are the predictive maintenance, all right? But not just the electricity box. I mean, all those industrial boxes or industrial plants, they need that, all right? Then about South Africa. So the population is about 59 million people. You know, the land area is like a 1.2 million square kilometers, and the GDP per capita is like $6,100. Right, that's in 2019. So that's good, man. So even the South Africa economy is the second largest in in Africa, just after the Nigeria. But think about how many people they have in Nigeria and how many people they have in South Africa. So the GDP per capita, I think South Africa is the highest one, right? Then GDP per sector. So the sector we usually talk about, the major sector of the GDP is the services. So that's going to occupy like 67.5%. Then followed by the industry. So the industry part is 29.7%. All right, that even this is a 29.7%, just looks like way smaller than 67.5% of the services, but it's still a big cake. It's still gonna be a lot of money in this sector. So thermography, all right, this is even a small one in this 29.7%. We have whole lot potential to expand. We have a lot of potential to achieve in this sector. So it is just like we're taking a spoon to scoop water from a river, right? We have a lot of potential, right? Then right after that is the agriculture, so 2.8%. Then another thing I have to talk about is the mining industry. South Africa is one of the world's leading mining countries. Even in China, when we're kids in school, we learned the geology, we learned the world history, stuff like that. And our teacher always said, okay, so mining, the South Africa mining, that's very, very famous. So even we're kids, we know that, okay. I'm glad now I work for South Africa company, okay, right? So now, the mining sector is also an important market for Hikvision as well as the Hikvision thermographic cameras, okay? So mining industry is our target. Also, we are targeting the power plants and other recycling sectors as well. All right. Then, so the next part, we will talk about the thermal principles. Just after the markets, we need to talk about thermal cameras. What is the thermal cameras and why do we use thermal cameras? Okay, so firstly, the thermal principle. So what is a thermal camera? So first thing we want to make sure is any object with a temperature above absolute zero. So the absolute zero, that is negative 273 degrees Celsius. Right now, not even a person can get to that temperature. That means everyone, every human beings, or every creature in the world will have a piece of color in thermal camera's image, okay? So you have the idea what that is, okay? And all the people, okay, all the objects above this temperature, they can emit. Emit means send out, right? So everybody like us, we are sending out the lights. So the lights is also called thermal radiation, okay? So what the camera does is the camera receives that radiation. The camera doesn't send out anything. It just receives the thermal radiation from human, from stone, from plastic, from iron, from everything in the world. Okay, we don't send out anything from the camera. We only receive. So if you have question about the healthy problem? No, we only receive, we don't send out. So healthy is not a problem for thermal cameras, right? But not like normal cameras. The thermal cameras, they usually use the different wavelengths of the lights. Also, we call them invisible lights. Okay, so and this kind of invisible light. So, for example, IR is kind of invisible lights. All right, because IR has a long wavelength. Okay, so your human eyes cannot see it, but camera can see it, okay? But thermal can see it, all right? So different people, they're gonna send out different radiations. So because of this difference, we will make different colors in the thermal. That's how we make thermal images. All right, so in the thermal industry, usually we have different resolution, like normal CCTVs, we have resolutions, but thermal cameras, we have lower resolutions. We have 160 times 120, 384 times 288, and 640 times 512. So you can see the resolution is way smaller than the normal CCTV, because normal CCTV is either going to be 2 megapixel, 4 megapixel, 8 megapixel, 4K, right? Because thermal lenses and the thermal sensors, they are very expensive. So we make that low resolution. Okay, so why use thermal cameras? Okay, here are the reasons why we choose thermal cameras. So first one, it's safe. We mentioned non-contact temperature measurement. It's safe in PDM industry. So when the operator, they go to the electricity plant, or they go to mines, they go to other plants, they check the temperature, they no longer have to touch it. Okay, so is that hot or is it cold? No, because the camera, they can have a distance, to the object. So that's non-contact solution, so that's safer. And the second is the predict. So we're gonna find out the journey of the components to failure and avoid such failure efficiency. So for example, in the working machines, the temperature is a key point. So if the temperature is too high, we know the machine, the generator inside is going to be burnt, right? So if we can see the temperatures going up, so we can predict, okay, so this is going down. So we're going to stop it. We're going to cut it off. So predict the failure, right? We're going to stop that failure. So the third is non-interrupt. Why? Because it can measure device's temperature without interruption. So you can just hold the camera, that's it. That's all you can do. The only interrupt is someone call you, okay, so you're gonna jump up to another job, okay? So that is the only thing that's gonna interrupt you, right? And the fourth one is 24/7, okay? Because this camera, Hikvision cameras, those are surveillance cameras. Even those thermal, they're surveillance cameras too. So they are designed to work 24 hours a day, okay? And even there's a day or night, it doesn't matter for the thermals, because thermal only detect the radiation you sent out from your body or the body of the machine. So because the machines and the human bodies, we send this radiations 24 hours a day, okay? So the thermal cameras can receive that 24 hours a day. It doesn't matter if it's during the day or during the night, it doesn't really matter, okay? So the light or the weather or the environment, it's not gonna affect it. Then the last one is the auto alarm. So when our thermal cameras detect the high temperature, we will automatically trigger the alarm. So oh wow, this is above the temperature it's supposed to be. So we're gonna get alarmed, all right? So this is the auto alarm. So those are the thermal principles. Okay, so now we will talk about the application scenarios. So the first one we're gonna talk about is the mining industry. After that, we will talk about electric power system. Then the next one, we're gonna talk about the cycling plants. Okay, so let's start from the mining. So mining is a really big sector in the industrial in South Africa. So one thing in the mine is blasting, okay? So because you wanna get more mine, you do more blasting, okay? So blasting is a very crucial operation in the mines. But the problem is, so when they do the blasting, they have to make sure there's no people around that range. for example, maybe in that one square kilometers, or in that 1 square 100 meters, you know, you have to make sure in that range there's no people in there. So during the nighttime, we think, we don't think we can see all the people, or even during the day, we cannot make sure there's no people at all, right? So in some mines, they have to do the evacuation during the nighttime, then they do the blasting during the day, or vice versa. So that's gonna make the efficiency very low. So with the thermographic cameras, we can quickly detect humans. Even our eyeballs cannot see them, we still can see them. So this is like the temperature. So this is like the image of the thermal. So we can quickly tell this is the stones or the rocks, and those are the humans. So the human can be easily identified. So during the blasting, thermal camera can largely improve the efficiency for the human evacuation. Okay, so this is the blasting part. All right, then the second thing is the mining industry's monitoring. So especially under the mines, there are a lot of dust because we're digging the holes all the time. So there's gonna be, even we put water in there, but there's still gonna be a lot of dust under the mine. I mean, if you guys work in there, or you know some people work in there, you know, you're supposed to know there's a lot of dust. So under there, the air is very dusty. So in a dusty environment, you cannot make sure your eyeballs can see anything, you know? So your eyeballs are not trustable. So thermal can see through the dust. This is a good thing, because if you send out the radiation from your human body, okay, the cameras, they're gonna receive that, okay? Even there's a dust, there's a smoke, okay, it's not gonna block you, okay? It's not gonna block you. So the thermal camera can quite fit in all kinds of environments, all right? So this is the monitoring part. Then the next part is the coal accumulation. You know, as I think everybody knows that coal is a combustible material, or another way, let's say it's a flammable material. So when the flammable material touch the oxygen in a small area, so like in a small hole, you put the flammable device, flammable material in there, you have a lot of oxygen, and then you have the heat, then what's gonna be the result? In China, we call that fireworks. So the last thing you wanna see under the mine is fireworks. So we want you to avoid the fireworks happens under the mines. So the thermal cameras, it can do the temperature detection. So you know, okay, so in this area, the temperature is escalating, so we have to do something to cool it down, right? So that will also prevent the tragedy happens, okay? So the mine monitoring and the coal accumulation, so we have to avoid them. Right, and some others, you know, mining equipment, they plays a very important role in the operation of the mines. So when the machines, they are getting heated up, so usually that is a problem, because when the machine temperature goes up, okay, the electricity might goes wrong, okay, the hardness of the iron or the steel in that machine might goes wrong, because the steels, they might go softer. So we need a operator, or we need a maintenance process to check the temperature of the machines, so we know, okay, if this machine is healthy or that machine is overheating. So we want to do that maintenance, because if one problem happens in the machine, the whole operation is going to go down, or let's say cut off. You know, in the mining area, time is money. So think about it. Maybe just when they do just like a one dig, that's $100. If you make them stop for 1 minute, how much is gonna be? That's gonna be $6,000. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. So mine industry machine maintenance is also a range that our thermal cameras that's gonna cover. All right, so the next part we will talk about is the electric power system, okay? So the electric power system is it's very important industry in other countries. You know, Ascom is our clients, and we've worked with them for quite a long time. So usually in the electric power system, we have several sectors that we need to pay attention to. So the first place is the generation station. So that's the place that we generate the electricity, right? So the second is the substation, right? The transmission substation. Then we have the transmission system, that's those towers, right? Then we have the distribution system. So the distribution system that's going to distribute the electricity to the office buildings, to the government building, to the offices, to, you know, to the homes. So the distribution system. So those four sectors, they're crucial. So for example, the first one, the generation station. So coal-fired power plant is quite popular around the world because, I mean, coal is relatively cheap material to make or to generate the electricity. So this coal-fired power plant is very popular around the world. Okay, so here's the thing. Usually we have a conveyor like this one, the conveyor belts that is used to deliver those coals, right? So when the coals they're on the belts, you know, we have the moisture, you know, they just always touch each other and it goes fast. So we have the, you know, friction, and the coal, they are combustible, they're flammable, and there are a whole lot of oxygen in there, right? So if the temperature goes up, so that's like an ignite, right? So that's gonna make another fireworks show. So that's the last thing we wanna see in the power plant as well. So we need to do something to prevent that from happening, okay? So the second thing is the other departments, like in the boiler, in the steam pipes, in the turbine, in the generator stuff, those are the machines area that we want to know, okay, so if the temperature is too high in those areas, we don't want temperature escalation in those kind of crucial areas. So we need to keep checking on their temperatures, okay? Then the next part we're gonna talk about is the transformer, you know, so like a transformer core, the oil conveyor conservator. So that's the place we use to hold the oils. So you always want to check the oil level in there, right? And the bushings and the radiators, we always want to check their temperatures, make sure they are working well. Those are machines. We want the machines to work in healthily, all right? So then the second part, we're going to talk about the substation. You know, substation is also important. So we got a news that is not a news, it's an old news. So the old news says that's in the west side of Manhattan in New York, okay? The city experienced a power failure on July 13, 2019 during the nighttime, okay, 7 p.m. That's quite late. You know, the areas affected by the outage included Times Square's Rockefeller Center, Radio City Music Hall, and Broadway. So when people, you know, in the Broadway, people, they're watching the show, suddenly lights goes off. People thought that was another show. No, sorry, that's a power failure. So approximately 73,000 people, they are affected. You know, suddenly all the lights goes out. Oh, that is a nightmare, right? So that's gonna make the city take a lot of loss, okay, during that time. So this is the substation situation. So the substation, we always want to monitor those primary equipments, you know, like a potential transformer, current transformer, circuit breakers, isolate switch, and surge arrest. I don't want to put much details in here, but I just want to give you guys the idea that all those crucial equipment, they have to be monitored, because 90% of the time that the failure happens is because of the temperature heats up. Another 10% is the people, their misconduct or misbehavior, all right? So that is important. Then this is the transmission system. So those are those towers. So you can see the towers, they have different temperature in there. So usually when you see the temperature, when you see those temperature goes up, so those conjunction areas, they got really soft. So we want to make sure they are working well. So the temperature is a key factor. Okay. So this is a result when the temperature goes up on the tower, that's a fire. Okay, then this is some other stuff in the distribution system. So like tension clamps, isolate switch, station transformer, like other wires. So we want the distribution system to working well because we want to have them to have a normal temperature. Okay, so this is for the distribution system. Okay, so the last part we're gonna talk about is the recycling plant. So in the recycling plant, oh wow, this is the place. In other words, we call this trash factory. This is the place that we handle the trash. So most of the trash, they're flammable, especially when you put those trash together, you know, they stinks. Those stinks air can be burnt, you know, that they're flammable. So when during the summertime, especially in the summertime, when the temperature goes up, oxygen gets in, you know, everything flame, you know, everything's flammable, then you have this tragedy, right? There's always a fire caught on those recycling plants all around the world every year, okay? So we want to avoid that. So we have our thermal cameras in those areas so we can detect those temperature. For example, this is a video. So you can look at this area. Okay, so it seems like the video cannot really play it by this moment, but you guys can see those are those green boxes. They are the temperature detection boxes. So everything inside of this box, okay, you will see their temperature. So for example, this one, the highest temperature in this area is from this green cross. It shows 25.1 degrees Celsius. Okay, that's healthy. Okay, then this one's like 24 degrees Celsius. Okay, they're healthy. All right, so we just put one camera and monitoring the whole area. So this is like the tire plant. So they're wasted tires. So we put our thermal cameras in the tire area and in the wasted car area. So we detect their temperature to avoid the fire happens. Okay, so the next part we're gonna talk about is the product promotion. So here are our thermography products. So those are the thermal bullets. So they're fixed cameras, all right? So you can just put one in a whole factory, then that monitor the whole thing. Then we also have the PTZ temperature detection cameras. So this PTZ is especially for those big area you want to have view of everywhere and you want to have details of that, of this, of everything. So we also supply the PTZ model. So the next one is the positioning system. So the positioning system, they're pretty much like the PTZ, but the positioning system, it has longer length, so it can see way longer distance. Usually we have this positioning system by the border of the country so they can check if there's someone illegally just, you know, break into my country. Also, we have this positioning system in the forest. So when you see a big forest, you want to detect the whole forest. You want to check if the temperature goes up or if there's a fire point, because our camera can detect the temperature. We can also detect the fire point. So if there's a fire happens, our camera can detect that. You know, what happens in Australia this year is a tragedy. You know, it's a loss of the whole world. So if they have those positioning system installed, then a lot of problem will be solved, you know. Then the last one, the TA21, this is the cube camera. So this is a very tiny one. You can see the dimension is 56 millimeter times 105 millimeters. So this is a cube camera. They're quite tiny. So we usually put this in an electricity box that specifically monitoring those small operation area. So they're very tiny, so it's very flexible, very easy to be installed. Okay, and the accuracy of those devices, they're plus minus 2 degrees Celsius or plus minus 2%. What does that mean? So for example, you were detecting a product or object that is 1,000 1,000 degree Celsius, 1,000 degrees Celsius, then the accuracy will be plus minus 20 degree. Okay, that's 2%. All right. So we can detect, 21 rules. So we can make 10 points in the same image, right? So you can get the temperature of that 10 points, and we can draw 10 regions. So those are the small boxes we saw from last slides. So we can have 10 regions, and we can have one line. So we will detect the temperature on that whole line. Okay. So, and the temperature measurement range is between -20 to 550 degrees Celsius. So that's a quite range. And we also have a master degree product that is under developing that can detect 650 degrees Celsius. Okay, that is the master device we will have. All right, that's gonna save your labor cost 24 hours, 24/7. Okay, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Then we will have the auto alarm, automatically alarms. Then this is the trend, working with the VMS, with the software, so you can have all the details together and you can do all kinds of management. All right, then this is the handheld thermography camera. So this is the TP23 and the TP76. Okay, so those products are coming soon. Okay, those are the portable, flexible devices. Okay, those are like handheld, like this one. Okay, but this is a different one. So we will talk this one as a demo, but they are quite similar. All right. Good. By the way, we have the PC-based software that is called IVMS for 800. So if you guys know the IVMS for 200, okay, so they are like brothers, one for CCTV and this one is specifically for the thermal cameras. Also, we have a free real-time app. It's called Hikvision. So you can just download it from your Google Play Store or the App Store. They're free. The good thing is that's free. Okay, so this is the Hikvision. So you can just use the Wi-Fi to connect your device to your phone. Okay, very easy. All right, so the next part, then this is the product family. Okay, this is the product family. Then this is the product spec. So we have the gray one is the discontinued temperature detection handheld camera, so TP23, but right now we have the TP21 and the TP31 on sale. Okay, so those two, they have smaller resolution, but they are more economical. But the good thing is their measurement accuracy is exactly the same. Their measurement range is exactly the same. Okay, it doesn't really matter, just lose some resolutions, but the temperature detection effect is exactly the same. All right, so, and the good thing is those two, so for example, like this TP21, it can make up to 8 megapixel for the optical resolution, okay? Then it all supports Wi-Fi, but TP31 is a cheap model, so it doesn't support, okay? So the screen, they are all 640 times 480 resolution, 3.5-inch LCD touchscreen, so they're all touchscreen. All right, this one, but this is a cheap model, so it only has smaller resolution, okay, and smaller LCD display. Okay, then intelligence, so we can have the maximum, the minimum, and the center temperature, okay? Then we can custom the points, the line, the area thermography. So I'm gonna do those demo for you guys in a later stage, okay? So those are the handheld thermography products right here, okay? So we have the Eco one, we have the Pro one, we have the Master one. So the Master one is the one that can detect like 650 degree, okay? Celsius products, okay? So you guys just quickly take a look because you're gonna forgot all those model numbers. Don't worry, we will have all those brochure available and we will have this video recording. So later you can just go back to this video and check this again. So not a problem. So now we've talked a lot about those thermal cameras, okay? We've talked a lot about those thermal cameras. We're gonna talk about the successful cases So the first thing is we're going to talk about overseas successful cases. Overseas means not in China. Then domestic, that means in China. Okay, so the first one is the substation in Mexico. Okay, so the Mexico, they have a power plant, and in that substation, okay, they have installed the Hikvision devices. And, you know, their requirements usually is the overheating in the machine connectors. You know, so when the temperature go greater than 100 degree, that's gonna damage the devices, right? So we have our thermographic cameras that's gonna solve their problems, okay? So just before the major damage happens, we stop that, okay? So we just put water to cool it down. But before you put the water on, make sure you power off, because when you put the water to the electricity, that's gonna be another nightmare. Okay, so there's another substation in Mexico. So this is also in a power plant, but in this case, we have a bigger range, we have a bigger view. So this time we use the PPZ camera, so that can detect different scenes, okay, automatically. So we can see those, for example, those connectors, they have high temperature, this one's good. So we see all those situations, okay? So this is another substation in Mexico. Okay, then this is another substation in East Europe, all right? And then this is another power plant in Philippines. Okay, then there is something happens in China too. So this is the one in China, okay, in Incheon. So this is in a city in China. It has the power plant. So this is our project. Then there's another province in China called Guangdong. Okay, we also have that electricity device monitored by Hikvision device. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all about our presentation. Okay, so next, what are we gonna do? We've been talking about these products all the time for at least 25 minutes, I guess, maybe 30. So you guys have a brief idea about what those product is, but you must want to try or want to see what we can do with them, right? So now let's do a quick demo, right? So let me just quickly stop my sharing. Okay, so now we will quickly introduce this two device for you guys, okay? So just make sure everybody can see my screen, right? You guys still with me? Not sleeping, huh? So we're gonna talk about these two devices today. So this is the first one, TP21. So some of you guys might see this one before in the temperature screening webinar. Okay, so that one is specifically for the human body detection, okay? Human body temperature detection, but this one is the industrial level. So it's different, okay? So when we look at this device, okay, so they're quite similar to the one we saw before. So you can see this is the lens, okay? This is the lens, everybody can see that? All right, is that clear? Okay, so there are two lenses. We have one optical, one thermal, and you have this screen, and you have this battery. So the battery, you can take the battery off and change to another battery, or you can have the Type-C USB charger. Okay, so you can just charge it by your normal plug. Okay, so I want to quickly show you guys this screen, okay? What happens on the screen? Like this. Is that clear? Hey, Bonnie.
Yes.
Is that clear?
Yes.
You think it's clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
It's clear, okay? But Bonnie, that's a problem. So for example, when we do, so is that clear, everyone? So yeah, I mean, it's because it's 3.5-inch touch screen, right? It's quite big, actually. My hand is pretty much like my hand, okay? It's pretty much like my hand size. But here's a problem, Bonnie.
Yes.
When I let everybody see the screen, okay? When I go to the site, for example, I go check in everywhere to detect the temperature, okay? My boss or my colleague, they're sitting in the control room. They don't know what happens on my device, okay? So for example, I have a question. if I go to monitor everywhere inside of that plant or in that mine, can I have my colleague in his computer, in his PC, to see the same image like me?
Yes, it can be connected to the VMS.
So you said this device can connect to the VMS software.
Yes.
Which VMS?
4200.
4200. Correct me if I'm wrong. That is a free software.
Yeah, free.
So you said my colleague can see the same image like me on this one and with a free software.
Yes.
Yeah, because in Hikvision we have a lot of paid software, but today, if I just got one or two of these devices, I don't want to pay for the software. So can I have this one connect to it?
Yes.
Show me. I don't believe you. Show me.
Okay. Let me show I already connected it to my laptop.
Okay, you already connect to your laptop? Oh, okay.
Let me show my screen.
Okay, yeah, you sure? What is this?
As you can see, as you described, this model have two lenses.
Okay.
One is optical, one is thermal. So the left image is optical. The
Okay.
right image is thermal.
Oh, okay. So it seems like from your screen, it looks well. Okay, but from the webinar, it seems a little bit stucky. Okay, so I think that's a bandwidth problem. I think that's a bandwidth problem. So for example, like I'm looking at myself, okay? Good, but I mean, from the control room, so like right now I'm looking at Bonnie's screen, it looks very smooth, but I think the webinar, the Zoom doesn't have enough bandwidth because, we're in China, the network definitely has some jet lag. That's 16,000 kilometers. Okay, so Bunny, so the left one, I guess it's the optical image.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Then the right one is the thermal.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so this thermal is in black and white. I don't like it. For example, I want to have like green, red, something like that. Yes. Can we do it?
Yeah, you can adjust in the device.
I can adjust it.
Yeah.
Show me. I want to see.
Now I change it to rainbow.
Rainbow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a rainbow.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can see. Yeah, I can see like a blue, green, red. Oh, okay. What is this?
Rainbow.
This is our rainbow. Oh, wow, nice. So we can change to different platters.
Yes.
Oh, this platter is good. So hey, Bonnie, I have another question. For example, I want to have the thermal image because this thermal image is quite terrible. The resolution is like really, really low. It's like terrible. If I want to keep the thermal image, but I want to have more details in that, can we do it?
Understand. We also have the fusion function.
Fusion?
Yeah, it combines the optical channel and the thermal channel.
Oh wait,
together.
Is that changed? Oh wait, it seems like I got more details.
Yes, like this.
Okay, Bonnie, please slow because it seems like from the webinar image, it's small. Sorry, it's slow. Oh wow, you can even see the words on that TV.
Yes. Yeah,
that's some details. I like it. Okay, that's good. Okay, so Bonnie, so other than just watching, watching the views, what else can this camera do? What else can he do?
It can measure the industry device temperature.
Okay, so that can measure the temperature.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I see from the maximum, the mean, the minimum, the center. So this is the temperature it detects, right?
Yes.
So what is this red cross?
The red cross means the maximum temperature in the screen.
Oh, okay. So this red point is the highest temperature in the screen, right? Yes. Okay, so for example, I can see this TV. Okay, this TV is having the highest temperature, 30. Okay, so Bonnie, I have another question. If I use this device to detect the machines, so the machine has, different temperatures. When what I wanted to happen is when the temperature above a certain number. So let's say I want to make this device saying that when the temperature of the machine is above 70 degrees Celsius, and that will trigger the alarm.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Can we do a test?
Okay, we can.
Okay, so let me just quickly check everything around this room. Okay, so For example, I'm looking at everywhere. Okay. Okay, sure. So now let me see something more. Hey, Bonnie, what is this?
This is a water pot.
Oh, this is a water pot.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm looking at this water pot. Okay, so are you heating this up?
Yes.
Okay, so, oh wow, this is heating up. Okay, this is heating up. This water bottle is heating up. Okay, the maximum temperature is going up. Okay, it's going up. So in which temperature it's gonna trigger the alarm?
The number I set is 86 degree.
86 degree. Okay, so you said, so when the temperature goes above 86 degree, that will trigger the alarm? Okay, sounds nice, but let's just wait. Yeah, this is a good water heater. So the temperature is going up rapidly. Okay, let's go, let's go. Now it's 53. Okay, this is heating up, heating up. Let's go, let's go, let's go, man. We're 56 now. So we're gonna go to 86, right? 80, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 80, my bad, 80. So Bonnie sets the alarming temperature as 80, 80. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we can see this is the water. The water is going up, the temperature. Okay, let's go, let's go. Now it's 62. Come on, come on. Let's go. But this is fast. It's about like 1 minute. It's almost like 80, 70 something. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so 67, 69. Okay, come on, let's go. 10 more degree to go. So 70 now, let's go. Come on, come on, come on. So are you sure there's gonna be alarm, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So 72, 74, oh, 72.4, 73.9, 74. Okay, let's go. 5 more degree to go. All right. All right, 76. Okay. 74. Okay. Oh, 77. Sorry. 78. Okay, come on. 79. Yes. Okay, so we can see the max. Oops. Bonnie, what is this?
It's pop up.
So this is a pop-up.
Yes.
So this is a pop-up. So wait. Hold on. Bonnie, are you saying that when the alarm, sorry, when the temperature goes above the temperature, so in the control center, in the software, in the screen, it's gonna pop up a alarm image.
Yes.
So wait, what are those pictures?
This,
Those are the footage, like the captured picture. So I can keep them as evidence?
Yes, sure.
Oh wow, this is good. So even in this pop-up, I can see the event time 2020 August 26th. Is that 26th today?
Yes.
Oh, that's today. Okay, then 1648. Okay, so in China, this is a 1649. So that was, yeah, that is correct. Oh wow, this is nice. So you can just handle it. You can just click the handle and it's gone. Oh wow, this is nice. So they captured the picture. Wait, this software is free, right? You said.
Yeah, it's free.
So this IVMS for 200 is exactly the same as the normal CCTV use, right?
Yes.
Okay, I like that. Okay, this is the one I like it. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, so Bunny, what is the accuracy about this device then?
As you said, it's plus or minus 2 degree.
Plus minus 2 degree.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is nice. Okay, I like this feature. So from negative 20 to 550 degree, I can just randomly set up a alarming temperature, right? Wow, this is nice. This is nice, man. But can I also like manually capture the videos?
Yes, sure. You can hold this red button.
Okay, so when I okay, so when I hold this, okay, so Bunny, I want to have my screen. Okay, so you can stop sharing. Okay, so Bunny, you were saying that you can use this red button, press the red button to take a picture or record a video.
You can hold.
Oh, I can hold
to take a video.
Oh, to take a video.
Yes.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Okay, this is.
Press to take a picture.
Okay, so I can just quick press and
Yeah.
I can take a picture. When I hold it for a long time, I take a video.
Yes.
Sounds nice. Sounds nice. Okay, that's great. Okay, so this is the first one. All right, so now I don't know if you guys happy with the first one. I'm pretty happy. Okay, I mean the free software make me even happier. Okay, so now we're going to introduce the second product. Okay, but before we introduce that, Bonnie, I have a question for you. Bonnie, do you like hunting? Yeah, sorry, I think I just asked the wrong question to the wrong people. You know, Bonnie, do you like hunting? You should ask me, right? My name's Hunter. But in China, you can never hunt. That's a bad thing about this country. You cannot hunt because all the animals, they are protected, you know, because usually in South Africa, I think I talked about this joke before. In South Africa, when you see an animal, you thought it was a danger. But in China, when you see an animal, you thought it was a dinner. Okay, so that's a major difference between China and South Africa. So the second thing we will introduce is the TS06, is this device. Okay, so this is the device we will use for hunting. So this is like monocular. Okay, so this is like a monocular. So when you use this device, okay, so during the nighttime, you can still see everything in your thermal lens. Okay, in your thermal lens. So this is the power button. Also, we can have the USB cable to save. Okay, and also I think there's some ring here. So Bonnie, what is this ring used for? I think I can just turn it.
It's just for focus.
Just for focus, so I can see like a long time, like a long distance.
No, just a menu.
Oh, so for the focus, okay. But this is good enough because I can see a lot of stuff in the fields. Okay, hey, there's a power plug. Okay, it's not anymore. All right, so I can use this during the nighttime. Okay, so I want to quickly show everyone this device. Okay, just got very close to it. So the device is like this. Okay, so this monocular. So this is the focal lens. I'm sorry, this is the thermal lens. Okay, and when you adjust it, okay, so sorry, because this is monocular, so you can change the focus right here. Okay, sorry, let me just get a little bit further. Okay, so this one, Bonnie, can you see this clear in the image?
It's clear.
Okay, good. So you can turn this for the focus, but this is for the distance, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so also if you want to see far, you change this ring. Okay, so this is for the distance. You're gonna zoom in, zoom out, and this is for the focus. Focus in, focus out. Okay, and you can see. Okay, so let me see something here. Okay, so let me change. Okay, so this is the. I think you guys can see here. Okay, so let's see. Oh, see, this is Bonnie, right? You guys can see that. Okay, Bonnie, that's a problem. I always have problem. My problem is because this one, I want to show this device to everyone, but everyone can just see that through your you know, through this one like ports or lens. Okay, that's not quite enough. So when we go hunting at the outside, we don't have IBMS 4200. You know, when you when you go hunting, I don't want, because this device, I know you can connect this one to the IBMS 4200, right? But this one, if I go to the fields, I go to the wild forest, I cannot carry my PC and check everything from my PC. So can I do one thing? For example, when we go hunt, we have group of people. Usually when I go hunting, it's not just gonna be myself. I'm gonna call hunter number 2 and hunter number 3 and hunter number 4. So, you know, we have a lot of people. We go out together. So I don't think this is going to be a popular device everywhere. So for example, we got two people go hunting, but we only have one. So when I'm using this a monocular, so my friend cannot see anything because I was using that, so my friends cannot see. So can we share the same monocular? For example, I can have his view on my phone. So when we go to the field, I can use this, then my friend can check on the phone. Can we do that?
Yes, there is a map app.
There's an app?
Yeah,
There's an app?
Yes, then the Hikvision.
Called Team Vision?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hikvision. I already connected it to my phone.
Okay, connected?
Yes, connected.
Okay. Oh, they're exactly the same. Okay, so I want to get that closer to make sure everybody can see that. Okay, so Bonnie, can everybody see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like, oh wow. You can see my phone? This is Bonnie, right? Yeah, you can see this is my phone. This is the device. This is my laptop. Okay, this is the door. This is Bonnie again. Okay, so we can have fun to connect to it. So if I have two friends, okay, if I have two friends, so I got two phones. Can two phones connect to the same device?
Yes.
Oh, wow, this is nice. So when we got three people go out, we only need to take one of this.
Yes.
And all three people can see the screen. Oh, wow, this is not bad. Okay, this is not bad. So what about the app? Is that free?
Yeah, it's free.
So the phone app is free?
Yes.
Okay, nice. So I think, can we take some picture from your phone? For example, your phone is viewing everything.
Oh,
can we take a snapshot on your phone and save that?
Yes, I can take a
Oh, good.
or take a picture.
Okay, so I want to show everyone of this. This is nice. So, okay, Bonnie, you look at the screen. Okay, so we can have this. This is take a shot. This is take a video. So it's like a recording. So we can see the whole process of the people. You know, the bullets hits the animal, right? Oh wow, we can just record it. Oh, this is going to be nice. Okay, this is going to be the nice one. Okay, good. Thank you, Bonnie. Okay, so Bonnie, thank you. All right. So I think that's most part of the demo. We just demoed the TB21, and then this is the monocular. Okay, that's all for the demo. And the last part we will talk about is the smart try, because I think some of people, they already got interest in those devices, and we have a lot of people joined today. Okay, so let's just take a quick look of the smart try. Okay, so Bonnie, if we buy this device today, okay, if we buy the device today, what's gonna be a discount we get for today? Okay, so let me just guess. So for example, this is gonna be my screen, okay? So first, for this smart try, we're gonna give a smart try, so that's gonna be some discount. So this TS03, okay, is the monocular, right? This one, yeah? Okay, so what's gonna be the discounts we have? Bonnie, you wanna guess? So we're gonna give a lot of discount today. So you wanna guess how much you're gonna give that discount?
10%.
10%. So this is smart try, Bonnie. We definitely need to be more than 10%.
So 20.
20%. No, Bonnie. This is smart try. 20 is not our target. We want to have more.
More?
Yeah.
30?
Yes, exactly. We will have 30% off today. Okay, so if you place the order today in this web session, okay, so when you place the order, so you can just register your information for the ordering. Okay, so if you order this today, you have 30% off. It's not like you can just go to a dealer and go to a distributor, say, hey, I want a 30% off. No, it's only for this webinar. Okay, it's only for this webinar you will have 30% off, and the validity till 30th of September. So that's going to be the last day on September. Okay, so you can just place your order today and make the payment before September the 30th, okay, then this deal is still valid. I think my colleague Jade, she will provide the registration link on the chat box. Okay, so you are free to click on that link on the chat box, then place your order. Okay, that's going to be 30% on this smart tray. Okay, then also for the thermography thermal cameras. Okay, so those are those guys. Okay, TP21 is this guy. Okay, you will also have 30% off. Okay, you will also have 30% off. Okay, if you do the smart try today. Okay. Oh wow! So Jake says there isn't order link, so the smart tray will be valid to the attendees. Okay, so only for the attendees. It's not even for the link. Okay, wow, that make it more exclusive. Okay, good, good, good. All right, so if you are interested in those devices, okay, so please feel free to check them out. Okay, so 30% for the monocular, those guys, and the 30% for the industrial thermography cameras, those guys. Okay, so 30%, 30%. Okay, okay, good. So if you guys have any questions, just feel free to let me know, because I mean, oh, by the way, this smart try, one company can only purchase one because this is really low price for you guys. Okay, so first come, first serve. We have limited numbers, but just make sure you make your move fast. Okay, good. So I think that will be all for the presentation. So you're more than welcome to ask questions if you have any in the chat box and let us know. Okay, so again, thank you guys for coming to this webinar. All right, thanks.